Shalom, shalom. This is Shamak with the Cleveland GMS branch, coming at you with another one. We want to start off, of course, giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash, Mashana Kabbalah, Hazakoyim, Shah Gadar Wakab, which is giving double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. And shalom to everybody tuning in, listening and learning. Right? And just get right to it. One mama break, make this quick, but, dealing with righteous women, because they do exist. You do have women that's in this truth, that's learning the truth, and they trying to keep, they trying to keep the law to the best of their ability or whatever. Which, for the most part, the women are wicked, you know what I'm saying? They are the weaker vessel, but the Lord is gonna have mercy on some women. Actually, matter of fact, let's start off at 1 Timothy chapter 2, and we can go to verse 14. It says, "And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression." Right. So, dealing with Adam and Eve, the woman was in a transgression first and foremost, dealing with the serpent. Then that's what caused Adam to go off. But that just goes to show that the order and strength of the role of a man and a woman. That's the example. Verse 15. It says, "Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety." Right. So the Lord is going to have a portion, an amount of women that are going to be delivered. It says they shall be delivered in childbearing, because the scriptures say, "Be as pilgrims upon the earth." You're going to have a point in time to where the men of the Lord are not going to take the MOTB, and they're going to have to branch off from society or be martyrs. And you're going to have women that have to, if they want to partake in that salvation, they're going to have to follow after a man, and wherever that man go, to fulfill his lot in the Lord, and you're going to have women, that's going to take up a role in righteousness to do, what's pleasing to the Lord under the order of the men, just like you had in the ancient times. You had righteous women in the ancient times. They're going to come back, and play their lots today, But let's go back to that Proverbs chapter 31, because let's see some qualities of a righteous woman. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 31, and verse 26. It says, "She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful," right, "and beauty is vain," right? So the scriptures call favor deceitful. Your favorite women of America, it's all filled with deceit, man. Because if you was to meet these women in real life and actually deal with them, you will have the most troubles in the world, man. It says favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, right? So beauty is vain, man. And the Lord He's gonna reveal that. When that Isaiah, let's go to the Isaiah chapter 3 and verse let's start at I'll start at verse 16. It says, "Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes," right? They're harlots, walking and menacing as they go, making and tinkling with their feet, right? Being flirtatious, you know. It says, "Therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion," and that's why you see, majority of our women, they can't even really grow hair. Their hair is short. They have to wear box braids and wigs and all these different diverse types of, apparel because they can't grow hair. But that's a plague from the Lord. It says, "Therefore the Lord will smite with the scab the crown meaning their head. It says the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion. And the Lord will discover their secret parts. And that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their claws and their round tires like the moon." Right, so all of those brace bands and things that the women use to deck themselves out, those long hoop earrings and all these harlot apparels that the women, decks herself out here in America, man. It says, "In that day the Lord shall take away the bravery of the tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their claws and their round tires like the moon. The chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs," right? "And the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, the rings and the nose jewels, nose rings, the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles of the wimples and the crisping pins," right? "The glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils," right? Because the Lord is going to take the mirth, man. The Lord is going to take away that mirth. The woman loves to be, decked out in fine apparel, and that's how they ought to be. But, we're entering into the time of judgment because the Lord, because iniquity has abounded, so the Lord has to judge, man. And a lot of these women is on the forefront of judgment because they're nothing but wicked, right? And it says, "And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink," right? And the Lord is going to cause, it's going to be great plagues, man, to the point to where these women is going to fucking stink, man. Get the screaming and hollering, looking for a man of the Lord, stinking and ain't got shit, man. It says, "And instead of a girdle, a rent, and instead of a well-set hair, baldness, and instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and a burning instead of beauty," right? So, yeah, it's going to be ugly, man. It's going to be unattractive. It says, "Thy men shall fall by the sword, and thy mighty in the war," and that's true because you're going to have warfare and great drafting of men, right? And this is going to be a judgment of the woman because it's a constant, mistreating of like manhood. It's a constant, and all this is just after this devil, man. This is just these women, following after this devil. Slakia. I don't know what's going on with this, but we just gonna we're gonna move on because the scriptures. I'm gonna just quote it. The scriptures to say that a man shall desire to hear another man's voice, man. But that's gonna be the cause of men being drafted. Men also killing each other on the hunt for food and survival tools. Women they tend to survive off hunger. Longer than the men. So as the Lord is gonna fucking judge these women, man. They're gonna be left without men. But the way that these women move today is almost like that's how they ought to be. That's how they want to be. That's how they move. Like that's how they want to be. Like they don't. It's just that don't need a man's spirit. Well, the Lord is gonna make you stand on that, man. In the men of the Lord, the Lord is gonna move them out of the way, because the scriptures say the portion. Well, the scriptures say the portion of a wicked woman is given to a wicked man. So all of the wicked women, man, the Lord is gonna have them preserved for these wicked ass niggas. But the Lord is gonna have righteous women preserved for the men of the Lord. That's gonna endure all the way up until they become immortal, or until Yahweh shall come back and deliver their household. It says verse 26, and it says, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. Right? The scriptures say, she that is my enemy shall see it, man, because the Lord is going to do a lot of judgment, man, and it's going to start at the house of Israel. You wicked Israelite women, the Lord is going to get them, man. Because that righteous woman, being wisdom, now it's wisdom of understanding, which is the references of women throughout the scriptures, man. She is gonna be the one to stand, and the Lord is gonna have mercy on the house of Israel. All of them that what the scriptures say, all of those that go into that safe tower, which is the name of the Lord. But this is the book of Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, because the Lord is going to put fear in these women, man. And he's going to have mercy on the righteous woman. But this is out of fear that they will come to a man of the Lord, man. Seeking that strength, of a man, specifically a man of the Lord. Because, no ordinary man is going to be able to, hold 7 women, unless he just had the fear of the Lord. Right? It says, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. It says, in that day, well, yeah, that's pretty much on that, and that time is coming, it's going to be a bad time, and the strength of a woman is her husband. And the strength of a man is the Lord. So that's what these women is gonna. That's what is ultimately what it's gonna boil down to. These women having to humble themselves down. Whether it be for good or bad, because a lot of these women gonna get humbled down to the fact that they ain't even gonna get a man of the Lord, and they gonna have to suffer their judgment just like a lot of these niggas out here, man. And that's the judgment from the Lord, man. For iniquity's sake. But yeah, that's pretty much it on that. I'm gonna close it right there. Lord's witness is edifying. The way you shall forgive me spiritual lessons. Next time I say shalom. Shalom.